Our operation is designed to protect the people in the south of Israel, who've up until now been on the receiving end of Hamas rockets day after day, week after week, month after month. Hamas has deliberately been targeting our civilians in towns, in cities, in rural communities all across the south. 250,000 people, of them about 100,000 children, living in bomb shelters. We couldn't continue, no society would continue to see its civilian population targeted this way.
If you continue the bombing runs on Gaza, do you think that'll change anything as far as rockets being fired into Sderot is concerned?
We're trying to surgically hit Hamas military installations, their training facilities, the storage of weapons, their command and control. Our enemy is not the people of Gaza. On the contrary, we're seeking peace and reconciliation with the Palestinians. But these hardcore extremists at Hamas, they're the enemies of peace, the enemies of reconciliation. I would even argue that they're the enemies of the Palestinians themselves. Because Hamas has brought about, they've brought about this escalation, and I don't know how this is good for the Palestinians or Israel or anyone. Hamas has brought about this escalation by their deliberate policy to throw out the ceasefire and by embarking upon these rocket barrages of Israeli civilians.
But how many people does it take to conduct one of these rocket barrages on your nearby towns to the east of Gaza? 8 or 10 people? Now 195 people have been killed in one bombing run, and you're saying perhaps there will be more operations, maybe even tonight?
Hamas has declared itself the enemy of every Israeli man, woman and child through their actions. And I'd remind you that this has been going on for weeks and we did nothing except for non-violent responses like sanctions. But enough is enough. We exercised restraint, but when they publicly tore up the ceasefire last week, when they launched an attack one day, I think it was last Thursday, we had 80 rockets and mortar shells coming into Israel, raining down on our civilian population, targeting innocent Israelis. What society, not Britain, not Ireland, not France, not Germany, no one would sit by idly and continue to see its civilian population like ducks in a shooting gallery. We had an entire population in there in the south living in bomb shelters. It was not sustainable.